Hello! Today I am showing you what frugal living really looks like. I'm going to take you on a tour of our house and I'm going to explain how we live frugally and the things we do. Please subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when we put up new videos. Hello, I am Tara, the author of the Dining on a Dime Cookbook, where you can eat better, spend less. We have a new hardcover with full color pictures and over 1,200 recipes and tips to help you save money on your grocery bill. Check it out at livingonadime.com. I would like to give a shout out to Sensible Living with Money Mom for giving me this idea to do a tour of what frugal living looks like in real life. So first, I got this picture at a yard sale. I absolutely loved it. I love fall. It had an ugly gold frame, so what I did was paint the frame black with some black paint I already had, and for I think it was $5, I got me a beautiful fall picture. Over here I have a mirror in the entryway. I got this for free. My neighbors were moving, didn't want it anymore, so I was able to get that. Over here we have our coat rack. Now, what I did was, I am a visual person and I'm also an extremely efficient person. I don't like taking extra steps. So for me to open the door, take the hanger off, put the coat on the hanger, put it back in, after shoving all the coats across, then closing the door, I ain't gonna do that. And I don't expect my family to do that. So I made this coat rack right here in our entryway. Everybody's got their own place that they hang stuff and their picture above it so that we know whose is whose. Made this, it cost me, let's see, each of the hooks were $1, so this cost me $14 to make with all the hooks and everything. The hooks were on clearance at Hobby Lobby. Just below that, we have our shoe mat. I don't have any special racks or anything. Once again, I don't expect people to take off their shoes, put them on a shelf, bring them down, all that. We just line up the shoes right here underneath each person's tag. Now we have the living room. This lazy boy recliner right here we got from the same neighbors that were moving for free. I think it was a $1,200 recliner. Got it for free. We've been using it for 5 years since they moved. The couch. Now, I did buy this couch new for $250. Normally we got used couches, but the last 2 couches I finally got new ones. That was worth it. Got my throw from Mom for Christmas, nice and fluffy. And then my decorations on the wall. This here you'll see in one of my older videos. I dumpster dived when we went to dump day and had this just sitting in the dumpster. Mike grabbed it out for me. I painted it and I put our family pictures on here, which Dave took all of these pictures, well, except his. Mike took his. But Dave took our family picture for us 2 years ago. And then up here, I got this clock and this mirror for $5 for both of them at a garage sale. And then that right there, I got at Big Lots for, I think it was $8. So I got these lamps, that one and that one over there. I got these lamps for $2.50 each, so they were 2 for $5. $5 seems to be my number, doesn't it? Then at a garage sale, my pumpkins I grew this year. Flowers, how are flowers to your wife frugal? Let me tell you, it keeps you from getting a divorce. A lot cheaper to buy flowers than to get divorced. This nightstand, I got this one, and it's matching twin over here for $2 at a garage sale. I painted them with black paint. Needs to be repainted again. We've been using them for like 9 years now. Painted them with black paint. and use them in my living room. This chair here, this one, and this one here, I got for $20 for the both of them. Right there, everybody loves those chairs. My lamp was my dad's. It was a gift that my dad gave his mom, my grandma. And when my dad died, I asked my aunts and uncles if I could have that lamp. I love Tiffany lamps, absolutely love them. Right there, I got that picture. So here's a funny story about this picture. Ellie and I were in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and I saw a picture that was probably a quarter of this size, and it was $10 of this same church. And I was like, oh, I love that picture. And I didn't buy it. The business wasn't doing very good, and I was like, oh, I don't know. Well, then 2 years ago, so that was 2 years ago, so 18 months ago, I was driving by a thrift store and they had this sitting in the window. I slammed on the brakes, turned around, went in there. They had this one for $10. It's 4 times the size. I like it so much better. Super excited, so I paid $10 for this pretty fall picture that I absolutely love. Okay, now let's see if we can get a picture of this. Okay, so these are my living room curtains. It's kind of hard because the window blows it out. All right, see my living room curtains? So I made these, and this was when we first moved here. I had this material already. I bought this material and the, what do you call it, the fringe. And then I had the, what do you call those? I don't know what you call those. But I had these already that I got at a garage sale for like $1. Mom got them at a garage sale. Somebody got them really cheap right there. And what this is, here's what's funny about this was I made these curtains myself, and I'll be honest, it was a pain in the patootie. I am not a seamstress. I don't like sewing, but I do it anyway to save money. But this is not a real curtain rod. So I have the curtain rod, I had curtain rod holders, but I didn't have the curtain rod. It broke. So I just took a piece of dowel and I painted it black, and then I hung those on the end so you wouldn't know that it was just a piece of wood painted black. Right here, I got this little picture for $1 at a garage sale. Super cute. Now, for our entertainment center, we kind of have a weird conglomeration. So this is actually the show computer that we have to use for the show. Because the kitchen is right there, we store it here because we don't want to haul it back and forth to the office. We have this weird conglomeration for an entertainment center. So I got this cabinet down here, this black cabinet, for $10 at a thrift store. It wasn't big enough to hold our new TV that we got. So I took a board and I covered it with this that I already had, but I didn't like that very well, and it has stains in the middle. So Mom found this at a thrift store, bought it for me for Christmas. You can see all of Jack's stuff. You can see Mike's socks. Now, why are Mike's socks sitting on the entertainment center? I have no idea. Mike is not a slob. Mike is very good about picking up his clothes, so I have no idea why those are there. I think maybe they got into Jack's accidentally, and Jack went to go put them on, and he left them there. But anyway, so then we have the old piano bench. And what happens is Jack will take this chair, and all my furniture is on sliders. Right there. See all my furniture is on sliders? So Jack will take this chair, slide it in front of here, and play with his friends on the internet. He'll play video games with his friends. That's his social interaction with friends right now. Pretty sad. And then the old piano bench from our piano, he we'll use that for the keyboard. Now, over here we have the footstool. I recovered this footstool myself. I already had this fabric, what it looked like before, and I store my extra throws in here. You can see there's 2 quilts that Mom made me. Very cute. And so that is a footstool. I hot glued everything, and hot glued and stapled, I think. I hot glued and stapled everything. This lace, I think this cost me, the footstool cost me like $1, and then the material and the lace were like $1 too. The lace, I got a whole bunch of lace at a yard sale for like $2. And I mean, I'm talking 100 yards of lace. It was crazy. And that was one of the kinds that they had. Then over here, right here, is all the happenings for Living on a Dime office. Okay, not all of them. Tara's portion of Living on a Dime office. This is my chair that I sit in. I got that for $20 at a garage sale. This end table I got when I first moved out of the house 30 years ago. Love this little end table. I just repaint it whatever color to match the next house I'm in. It's so convenient. Love it. There's my neck massager and my computer cooler thing. But anyway, then I got this little stand here, and I paid $5 for it. Can you see that? Isn't that cute? And the top, let me see if I can do this without dumping. The top, can you see the top there? Okay, so the top has all these holes, and so it wouldn't hold anything. So I had this board, and I cut this board up, and I painted it, and now it holds stuff. So this is where all my stuff that I'm reading right now. And you can see right here is the gluten-free, dairy-free proof we just got from the printer yesterday. So I'm proofreading that right now. Over here, this mirror, I always thought these were cool, and Mike absolutely loves these circle mirrors. Well, one time we were at Lowe's, man, probably 15, 16 years, 17 years ago. They had this. It was $75 or $100. I can't remember. It was really expensive. We had no money, but it had a scratch. And I don't know if you can see it, but it had a scratch. Can you see that? Right here. So they marked it down. Let's see, can I get it there? So they marked it down, and I just happened to have some wood stain the same color. It was $10. We absolutely love this mirror. Used it in every house we've been in. For my hallway, these are a calendar, and the picture frames are from the thrift store. They were $1. Absolutely love these. So I framed them right there, and then framed them here and here also, right there and right there. And then when you come out of the bathroom, Mom made this quilt. Thought it was super, super cute. It says right here, oops. So I thought that was a cute little thing for when the kids come out of the bathroom. And this little mirror here, I worked at a flower shop. I was a florist. And they just had that. And that's one of the first brand new things I ever bought with my own money after I moved out of the house. And I think it was like $5. But I absolutely love that. I don't know why. I just think it's a cute little mirror. Okay, so now for our bedroom. So this headboard is actually Mom's. And when we moved out here, we moved it for her because we thought she would be following us right away. She did not. And I have nowhere to store it, so I just use it for my bed. Now, my bed, I made, Mom and Grandma and I, when we first moved out here, I went back to Kansas to visit one time, and Mom and Grandma and I made these pillows and the curtains and the bed skirt. I found the fabric, I think, for $5 must be my number, good grief. For $5 or $10, it wasn't very much for all of it. So I did the whole thing. Here's more of that lace that I got at the garage sale. Right there, all kinds of different ones. Then, woo, my bed is wrinkly. Then I used to have a blue comforter, I used to have a white comforter, but it just kept getting too dirty, so I got this yellow duvet. I don't really like it, so I think I'm gonna switch to something else, but we'll see. Then I got my end tables right here. The handles I got at a garage sale for 10 cents each. The end tables I got at a garage sale for $10 for both of them. This was my first attempt at quilting. I hand quilted this little thing. I hate sewing, I've decided, but that's okay. Then this little picture here, my dad worked for this company, and his company was giving away these calendars. He gave it to my grandma, and I always remembered it hanging in her laundry room, and I asked her if I could have it one time, and she said yes, so I have that. Okay, my haul tree. This was my parents'. The secretary was my parents'. There's a box packed for moving, which we're not doing at the moment, but this haul tree and the secretary were my parents'. I just absolutely love them. They are the biggest pain in the patootie to move, but I think they're super cool, and I love them. There's Mike and I's wedding pictures. You guys want to see our wedding pictures? Everybody, 1, 2, 3. Aww, look at Mike's mustache. Look at his mustache. Everybody gets a good laugh out of that. These are just some old books that my parents had. I don't know, they're just old books, kids' books for reading. I just think they're cool. I just like the way they look. This is another lamp that was my grandma's, that my dad gave my grandma. I absolutely love it, and asked my aunt and uncles if I could have it after my dad died. This chest I got for $20. It's like a buffet type thing. I absolutely love this chest. I use it all the time. We don't have clothes in there, so I store things like my pictures, stuff like that, just odds and ends, but I don't actually store clothes in there. Then this picture I got for $2 at a garage sale. I just think it was cool. Love the mountains. Just really like that one. This picture, I just went all out and spent $8 on this one, but that's like my dream cabin. Oh, would love to have a cabin like that. This was my parents'. That's a quilt from my great-grandmother. Here's my fan that I sleep with. Isn't that attractive? But there's the quilt that was my great-grandmother's. This is an old water pitcher set that my parents had. And this desk, I think I paid $5 for at a garage sale. I stripped it down, sanded it down, got knobs. They were on clearance at Hobby Lobby for $2. So for less than $10, I have a nice little desk here that I remade. All right, now for our bathroom. Because I am blind as a bat, I have to have a mirror that sticks out from the wall. I found this medicine cabinet. Let me see if I can get it. So I found this medicine cabinet for $10 at the thrift store. It was all rusted and everything, so I sanded it down, painted it, and we hung it on the wall, and now I can see to do my makeup. Those cute little pictures were like $1 at a garage sale. Can you see a theme here? I love the homesteady type stuff. Aren't those cute? There. Aren't those cute? I love those. Then you can't see it very well, but this curtain I got for free from my neighbor who was moving and didn't like it. This was also made when Mom and Grandma and I did my bedroom stuff. And then, you can't tell very well here, but I made these shelves. So I had this long shelf, I cut it in half. built this shelf. Now normally this is where our TP is. We put our TP up there, and I had some decorations, but I took them down because I thought we were moving. But then this Mom decoupaged for my room when I was a baby. I guess that's why I like old stuff. Mom made these. Aren't those cute? I love them. Thank you, Mother. Aren't those cute? And then Mike has anxiety issues, as you guys know, so I got that. So when he's sitting on the throne, he can contemplate. All right, now for my closet. This chest I got at a garage sale. I don't know, it was a couple of bucks, not very much. Oh, there's my old bedspread. That one I got for a couple of bucks, not too much. Now, we have a lot of stuff in our closet, but it's mostly books and storage. Here's what the Frugal Closet looks like. So here's Mike's clothes from here over to here. This is my clothes from here over to here. I have these two. Mike has those two. And that's it. We just really don't have a lot. Right here is our Mike's t-shirts and our socks and underwear and all that. All right, now my kitchen. Now here's the thing with the kitchen, guys. As you remember, last year I went in and redid all my kitchen cabinets and countertops. Now, was it frugal? Yeah, it cost me like 250 bucks. Was it a smart idea? Probably not. If I were to do it next time, I would get a sprayer and spray the cabinets, and I would just buy new countertops. The countertop stuff didn't really hold very well. You can see here by the sink, it has just completely chipped off. There, it is just completely chipped off. So when we go to move, I'm just going to get some matte black paint and just paint it on there. But the knobs I got at Hobby Lobby, I think they were $1 or $2. That probably wasn't the smartest idea. Now, our kitchen sink. When we moved in, the kitchen sink was here in the corner, but it was set back. Let's see if you can see. It was set back about to here, so that when I went to go get the faucets were sitting right here and I could not reach them. It hurt my back to do the dishes. So we got a new kitchen sink. We cut out the front here as far as we could go. And then back here we hired someone to make us a steel plate to cover, because this is a hole. This is a hole now. So a steel plate to cover that hole. So this was our, DIY project that was a huge pain in the butt. But I've absolutely loved it since we did it. My kitchen table and chairs. I can't remember if I paid $5 or $10 for each chair at the thrift store, and then my table I think was $10. My bench was $20 right there. I painted all of them myself, did a new cover with some old foam that I had for the bench. The pillow right there is from Dave's room that he doesn't use. This picture right here is a poster that we framed of Estes Park. Absolutely love it. Here is my box of tomatoes in a Dining on a Dime box. So I had 4 of these. You can see they're ripening right here. These are all the ones that I picked from the before the storm. They're ripening. I had 4 boxes of these, but I've given a bunch away. So that's all I have left. This board and that board on the floor. You're like, why do you have boards on your floor? So this one slides right between the refrigerator and here to keep Buster out. And this one goes behind the trash can and this cabinet to keep Buster out. He is old, he keeps getting underfoot, and we don't want to drop oil or something hot on him. But instead of getting an elaborate gate system or something, we already had these boards as shelves. So we pulled them out and we used them for Buster control. Right here, got this little magazine rack for $1 at a garage sale. Love it. So my laundry room's kind of a mess, but I'll just kind of walk you through. So I did get my washer and dryer brand new last year, I think. Remember when all my appliances started dying? Mom had this washboard this paint here is just a mixture of several paints that I had that I just mixed together and threw it all together. And then this border I got at a thrift store for $1 or $2. And I absolutely love it. And I carried it around for like 4 different houses. Never got to use it. Finally got to use it. Love, love, love it. Back here is storage for my ironing board and all my aprons. This is not all my aprons. This is like the ones that I'm using right now. This cabinet I got at a thrift store for $10. If you guys are curious, right there is the rest of my show aprons. Now, this is a disaster right now, but I got this basket for free. So I took out the bottom basket and we put Buster's Food and Water down there. This basket for a laundry basket I got at Big Lots. I can't remember how much I paid for it. Maybe $15, I think. Then my table, I had an old board. I cut the board to size and I wrapped it with an old tablecloth. Normally it's not that messy, but I'm working on getting it cleaned up. Let's just say that, okay? There is a very cute gardening quilt Mom made. I think she said she used more than 100 different fabrics in here. Super cute. There's the gnome right there. Isn't that darling? Love, love, love that. Then we have our key rack. I got this at Hobby Lobby. Don't remember how much it was, probably 10 bucks or so. This is a framed picture of my great-grandparents' barn. When I went for my grandmother's funeral, my cousin took that picture and sent it to me, and I absolutely love it. The frame I got at Big Lots for around $10. Then our garage door is here, and there's a coat closet here for the garage. And because we have a big family, I turned it into my pantry. And I believe every pantry should be decorated cute. So I made that. See that? And then I hung some of my gardening decorations, painted it on the inside, my old Coke crate that I love. And then down here, I have my other crates. And then I have no idea who did this, but one of the boys hung their tie there. And it's been hanging there for years. I mean, like years. Probably 7 years. I don't know. It's just been hanging there. And Mom just didn't have the whatever to take it on. It was just too cute. So that's my pantry. Then Dave got into this thing where he was putting QR codes around. I have no idea what it says, but he did it for his brothers and sisters like a treasure hunt thing, and I just haven't taken it down. All right, guys, so that's a tour of my house. I hope you enjoy it. That's what frugal living looks like. You can still have a nice house, but not spend a lot of money doing it. Please visit us at livingonadime.com, and we'll see you guys next time.